have you seen situations where the unique value is the person, and that causes a limiting growth factor, or if the person is going to, retire or move somewhere else, that it kind of collapses the whole business model? And like we've seen companies, like Amazon recently, and like Microsoft in the past, and Apple is probably a great example, where they have navigated the great leader syndrome and moved on. But I'd imagine it must be difficult if the unique value, and it must also be like an attraction to build that unique value around the founder, and what they can do and what they can deliver. How do you get around that?
Yeah, interesting question. So, broadly speaking, I buy into Daniel Priestley's key person of influence theory, where he says that now more than ever, every business, even if you're just selling widgets or whatever, no matter what industry you're in, needs to have or would benefit from having a key person of influence, as he calls it. So like, a kind of pseudo celebrity at the top of them. As they say, like Elon Musk is more famous than Tesla, Richard Branson's more famous than Virgin, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So even for big businesses, you can see that it is effective. Now, but at the same time, those businesses, they don't really have that problem that you mentioned, because the trick is that if there is a person who is kind of like the charismatic leader, that's great for marketing purposes, because basically people prefer to follow and listen to people than they prefer to follow and listen to companies. But it shouldn't be a strategic issue if you recognize that, well, the reason that person's got traction is probably because they have some sort of unique philosophy, point of view, idea, way of doing things. And that thing you should be able to codify that and scale it. The only time that this becomes an issue is if you never codify and scale the thing that makes that person have magic. So, I mean, I